where do we, and how much time does it take, Nish, to the whole process? Because the moment you say that it's going to be 2 years, I say thank you so much. I have other work to do. So give me a very realistic time frame of when will it happen. My asset state to desirable state, because you promised me something very lucrative, but is it worth the time and effort being spent across?
Look, it's a it's a great question. It's a bit of a how long's a piece of string answer, right? Because obviously it depends on the size and complexity of your enterprise, right? So you've got on one end of the scale, you've got global banks that are made up of lots and lots of or basically separate banks around the world that have separate products and systems and regulated by different jurisdictions and compliance requirements, all the way to kind of your smaller kind of regional banks, your credit unions, etc., where they potentially have a much more sort of contained setup, right? So probably the best way to answer this question is realistically, if you carve out a use case, right? If you pick something that is manageable, you could absolutely get to a BIAN aligned capability that's adopting all the patterns and adheres to the reference architecture and complies to the API standards. There's no reason why you couldn't do that in a quarter, right? So within 3 months, it's very, very doable. If you were to then kind of rinse and repeat that and incrementally start to move the rest of your enterprise into alignment, I'm not going to lie, that journey can take years. But the best part is along the way you deliver benefit as you go, right? So
Right.
The very first step, which Mantha talked about, kind of the map and classify, is a great way to start identifying your duplicate capabilities. And one of the best ways to kind of return, put some money back into the treasure chest is to switch off systems that you're paying hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars a year to run, and you can bank that saving and reinvest it into the next capability that you need to build in a BIAN aligned way, which in turn will deliver benefit, which in turn will allow you to fund the next thing. So once you get the ball rolling, there is a way to kind of sequence your transformation and your investment sort of drawdown so that at each stage you return some benefit within that sort of 3 to 6 month horizon. And in this kind of day and age, that's really critical to getting business cases approved, right? You're not going to get the 2-year check. You're going to get a 3 or 6 month check, and then you got to show what you did with that check, and then you get the next check. So
yeah,
I love
and
that.
I just add one more thing that it has taken us years to be where we are right now, many years to be where we are. It's not going to be an easy and quick win, and we won't be able to get out of this very quickly. But with a planned approach of using this, we can have a low risk way of mitigating the risk, managing the risk, and have a planned way of moving out of to more simplistic architecture. And that's what BIAN's intending to do, is to give a plan so that you reduce the risk of impact or reduce the risk of change when you are trying to simplify your architecture.